Okay, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulillah. I'm just entering another country now, and it is called the Vatican. It is a sovereign country, has its own laws, its own police, its own government. It's governed by Christian law, supposedly. And as we know, the Pope is the head of the state, of the Catholic Church, and of his people. So I'm in Italy right now in Rome, and that's one country. And within this country is the Vatican, which is the stronghold of the Christians right now. The Orthodox don't really have a stronghold. Probably be, by now if you're to consider it, probably Russia, St. Petersburg. But other than that, it's the Catholics, right? Who still have the Vatican. The Orthodox used to have, obviously, what was called at that time, what's Istanbul today? Where is Hagia Sophia? And yeah, that's changed now. Obviously, that used to belong to the Byzantines. Now we're entering basically another country. Okay, another country, and there's just a lot of things, they have to understand and see the way they used to look at the Muslims. For example, this picture here. Okay. You see the turbans, the culture that they used to have in Pompeii, southern Spain. One thing I have to say about, for example, Italian people, they're just so close to Arabs, so close to the Mediterranean Arabs, in behavior, in speech, in so many things. In looks even. SubhanAllah, like, especially like the mixed Italians, the ones that are from the south, like Sicily and so on. But even from the middle of Italy and throughout Italy, you find that they just look like Arabs, behave like Arabs even, mashallah. So, quite interesting culture. So here we are, basically entered another country. Okay, I know it's obviously there's a lot of tourists and so on, so viewer's discretion is advised. There's a lot of Muslims as well visiting, but this is the stronghold of Christianity. Oh yeah, and Istanbul used to be called Constantinople. It was not coming to my mind. It used to be called Constantinople before. This is the Vatican. Okay, inside it's a country. Beautiful gardens. It's surrounded, so it's locked from the outside. It's got big walls, and it's got basically its own amenities, its own things. It's mostly people who live here are mostly people who obviously work here, those who serve the Catholic Church. The Catholic Church has its own government. It's got its own bank system, financial, and so on, right? They deal with, the saints, appointing saints, and managing all churches all around the world, by the way. Okay? All churches all around the world are managed by the Vatican. Okay? Yeah. Keep in mind that the Christian church split into the Roman, the Western, which became later the Catholic, and obviously the Eastern Orthodox Church. Yeah. All right. Let's see, where do we go from here? This one I just passed by a mother and her daughter, and they're arguing. The mother's like, put it on, everyone covers here, right? She was not dressed properly. So even here, subhanAllah, my brother was telling me, the Bengali brother coming here, he was like, yeah, you have to cover. So the mother was telling me, everyone covers. And the daughter's like, she doesn't want to. SubhanAllah. It's amazing because when the Prophet ﷺ said that he will follow the Christians, the Jews, up to the whole of Israel, that's what slowly happened, right? And you find, especially our women, right? What happened to them and how they changed. Men too, and specifically the women. Let's see where we're going here. Now women would be like, yeah, but you guys, you man, look, there's rules for men, rules for men. Let me just take the concept of hijab, and that's not just their cover. So for example, a man could technically, no problem, wear what I'm wearing, okay? Shirt, pants, you know, it's like, okay, kind of above the ankle, you know, it's normal, okay? Even though the culture is not the same. This is Western culture, 100%. Not even Western culture, this is Malaysian, Hawaiian type of shirt. For women, when they, if you want to like wear like, for example, an abaya that's like white or blue or green or something like that has to have a specific length and there's specific requirements. Same for men, obviously you cannot walk here and, you know, but a man technically could walk without a shirt on. And that's what I'm saying. وَلَيْسَ ذَكَرُ كَالْأُنْثَى. The man is not like the woman. Like, I could take my shirt off right now and literally, Islamically, it'll be okay. Whether by the surroundings and even probably here, people would come and tell me to put it on, probably kick me out. But I'm talking about Islamically. Sahaba would wear no shirt sometimes, okay? Sometimes they just didn't have things to cover. But for the women, they can't do that. The women have specific rules. Now the colors obviously cannot be like, you know, some crazy color, but technically they have to cover a specific way, and that's where the women have changed. For the men, we've changed. Okay, we wear jeans as long as there's certain size, certain this, certain that. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. Even though, yeah, you could say, like, look, at least we can stick to the culture. I'm with you, but it doesn't matter, right? Still does not cause any haram. But for the woman, it does, man. That's what I'm, you know, the problem with modern feminists and modern even weak soy boy Islamists, Muslims, feminists, which are worse than Muslim feminists, women, and the men are the worst, is that they always like, but what about the women, man? But what about the boys, man? But what about the guys, man? Why the guys? You don't get it. It's not the same. The problem is you're trying to make two unequal things equal, and that is the source of the biggest dhulm and the source of our problems when it comes to gender, you know, roles and gender differences. You're breaking the rules. Well, you guys are wearing shirts, look at you, look how you look. Yeah, no problem. But when a woman starts uncovering and tight and this and that, she's breaking the Sharia. For me, I might break cultural rules maybe, but I'm not breaking Sharia rules. But for a woman, she is breaking Sharia rules. I'm gonna show you guys a mummy right now. This is a mummy. It's an actual mummy. That is an actual mummy. It's a mummy. Doesn't say who it is. Trying to see, but it's like 3rd millennium BC. It's from doesn't say what it is. That was the how they were putting in. I don't know why they have the Egyptian. Well, actually, one thing that we know is that they stole a lot from the world, from Africa, from Egypt. Their colonizers stole a lot of things from the Middle East and from Africa, from India. A lot of theft. France stole, Italy stole, England stole, right? And they're not giving it back. Okay, the colonizer stole a lot from the Muslim countries and from just the colonized country in general, even the non-Muslim countries. Right? So that's why they have so many things from the world in this place. Museum in UK, so many of the Qur'ans and of the artifacts from the Muslims are found in the British Museum and other places. Okay, this is from Syria, Palestine, Middle Bronze Age, Roman period. 2000 AC. Is think Palestinians just give it all like that? The Syrians just give it all like that? Come on, man. Somehow, people need to wake up, man. It's the golden rule. Whoever has the gold makes the rules. Here you have a lot of the Caesars and that's why Islam is not allowed to do. Even though some people do it, it's not allowed to do. Not to mention the nudity that they show, right? So even in art, there's adab. Even in art, there's akhlaq. Just a lot of shirk, right? The angels, it's just a lot of that. Right. That's why Islam has strict rules. And people say, oh, Muslims are not cultural, so let's bring these museums and do this and that. I don't know. And people say, no, we're cultural. We want it's okay. Well, not really. How is that going to make us smarter, closer to Allah and better? We don't ask those questions though, right? We just don't. It's all about, wow, look at this. Look at that. Wow, they're naked. Wow, who was this? Who was that? Wow. Wow, and that's it. Okay, how did that increase your IQ or your culture? It did. It's a bunch of nonsense, but people want to, we pick and choose this time. That's the thing. All of us are guilty of that. Okay, we need to acknowledge that. And I knew I recognized this one. So this one here, right there in the middle, that's from Dacia. That's the original Romanian right there in the middle. A Dacian prisoner. You can see here. Dacian prisoner. The point and cap, that was the Pileus. Okay. This is Forum of Trajan. Okay. And this obviously, after that it became Romanian. It's right there. Just a lot of interesting things. Anyway, probably stop there for part one. We'll continue after.